Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. Last time we got our cover done, and yes, you can see some of the box, through the paper, but it's all going to be covered up eventually. And we did our inside. You notice I left, I didn't go all the way to the edge on, towards the spine, because I really don't like going that far. So, but it's just the way I do it. And then my spine is okay. And because I have found out that when I put this paper on, when I put glue in here, right on that, where it's going to crease here, and then give the glue time enough to set, and then just start easing those sides, and there's less tendency, as you can see, from them tearing, from that paper tearing. So it works for me. So now this time we're going to work on the spine. Now with an interactive journal, I've been thinking it's going to be easier to work page by page instead of layout by layout. So I want to be able to work on one page at a time and figure out where I'm going from there. And the easiest way to do that is to do an accordion spine. Now an accordion spine is just simply what it says. You'll take your piece of cardstock, and yes, I do use cardstock. Now I want mine to come in just a tad, top and bottom, so I would mark that and cut that top part off. Use your scissors, your cutter, whatever, cut that top part off, and then you've got this whole sheet left here. Now you're going to go to your scoreboard and you're going to score every ½ inch all the way down. I do this no matter how big my spine is, because I have trouble trying to figure it all out. So I went ahead and did that. As you can see, I've got every ½ inch there's a score, and it's just done up like that. But now I need to do, and with this one, what we're doing is we're leaving the ½ inch, we're pinching those two together, leaving a ½ inch, so that we've got fins. Some people call it a fin binding. I call it an accordion binding. It's whatever you want to call it. Now, what I'm going to do at this point is, I know this one is flat, so I'm going to put a piece of tape next to that one there, on the next one. And then, so I've got, this will be flat, this will connect with that, that'll be flat, so I need another one on here. Just like there. All the way down. Now there's 1, 2, that will go up, that'll stay down, the next one has to go here. I learned this type of technique from Genevieve at Genevieve Designs, and I love this for memory albums, because it works so well. You can work on page by page, and then once you're done with the page, then you put it in your book. Now, let me see here. I'm going to need my glue. Burnish these down some. I've got 4, and I think 4 is all I'm going to need here. Yes, that does leave a lot extra, but to me this works. So somewhere there it is. Pull out my pokey tool. Now I'm going to take the tape off. Just like that. And now I'm going to come in with my glue in that valley right next to the tape, because I don't want this coming apart. And then fold that over, just like that. So this is what we've got. We have what's called a fin. All right, there goes one. Then we have our flat side here. We're going to do our next one. Come back with our glue. Go this way. And then fold those together. There goes number 2. See, there's 1 and 2. Now we're going to do the other ones. Let's pull these down so I can tell where I'm at. Okay, now this one here. Come back with our glue. I just have a hard time squeezing these bottles. I know a lot use those Sugar Bell icing bottles, like Pam shows us on the Paper Outpost, and I'm just about ready to buy me some. Was this, I don't know, maybe it's just my old age. My hands aren't as strong as they used to be. Come right down here. The beaded glue. And then fold that one over. So now we have 4 fins. And I think that's going to be our limit on this one. Pretty sure that's how I measured it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now that we got the 4 done, I'm simply going to come in here and trim it off at that score line. Come on. This is not as easy as it looks. There. Now you can do this with colored cardstock, you know, whatever floats your boat. And that's the way our spine is going to go in. And believe me, you can do more than just 4 pages in here. We can do up to however many we want. Because you're attaching a page to the spine. And you can attach multiple pages. All right, let me see. Is that... All right, the 2-inch would work. But let me see. Let me get all this crease down really, really good. And then I'm going to turn everything the other way, get it going the other way. Because I want to be able to have my pages, you know, turn where you can flip through it. Okay. Now I think I'm going to have to clip one end. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip this end because I'm going to start on this end. Go right down here. And yes, I know it's only covering part of it. That's okay. We'll get the other. Now we'll have to trim that. Ugh. Might have to clean my scissors after this. Clean that out. Now, because I trimmed it, my cutting's not very straight. I'm going to come down here and try and get off the excess tape. You can use a cutter to trim your pages so you don't have this problem. Yeah, now this. Get it off my fingers. All right, so that's most of it there. Now I still have a 1/2 inch here. So I'm gonna come in here with my 1/2 inch tape and put it down on this side. Just like that. Cut that off. Now I've got tape all on here. So where's my, because I want to be able to pull it up. I'll burnish this one side here. And then, come on. Get that piece off. And then we'll come in here and get this one up. Well, that didn't come off very well. I'm not going to worry about it because I'm going to come all the way down here and then go up, and it's all off. Yeah, it's all off. Right, no it didn't. I thought that would work. Evidently I tore it all the way through. There. Unstick myself. Now, to put this down, I know where my creases are, and I'm simply just laying my fingers in with those creases, lining it up down that side, and pressing it down. Now you may think, there's going to be a lot of room in here, and we need that room because we're going to have interactive things, and it's going to take up space. And we're not going to have the kind of space that we need if we do a simple 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Now, your next step is take another piece. We're going to do our pages. And when I do a page, I want to come in, and because I know that I'm going to go all the way into here, down to the end. So I'm coming to the crease, and I'm measuring out where I want my page to stop. So I'm going to put a mark here, and then I'm going to come up here and I'll put another mark here, and then go to the cutter, my cutter, and cut it out so that it's going to look like this. I had to do a lot of this prepped because it is kind of detailed. So see, here's where my crease is, and here's my page. So what I'm going to do at this point is, just so you can see what I'm talking about, after you do your page, you're going to go to your scoreboard and score down a 1/2 inch on here. I'm just doing this so that you can see where that mark is. So you're going to score down a 1/2 inch. Now you can go ahead and put paper on here or tape on here, but don't peel off the paper and don't put it in your book yet, because when we put it in, we're simply going to pull that tape, and I like to use tape at the edge and then come in with glue and set that in and set it onto that fin so that it will basically look like this. Yes, you will have a 1/2 inch edge there, but it's only going to be on each side of the fin, and you can cover it up with washi tape. Now, I've gotten as many as 2 pages on one side of the fin and 2 on the other. So if we do that, that's going to give us 16 pages. But the good thing about this is I can set this aside. I can work on this one page, which means I can lay this down. I can do flip outs, I can do flip ups, flip downs, I can do waterfalls, I can do anything I need to do to this page, front and back, and then put it in the book. So it gives us some type of freedom there. So this is our binding system, our spine system we're using. And like I said, you'll simply glue it in, and if you do your pages, now I'm going to do, I'll probably do a few pages at a time and get them ready so that all I have to do when I start on this is to put the pages together and what we're going to do here. So that will be, there's our cover, these will be our pages, there's our spine, and no sewing. Yes, you do have to measure, but as you've seen, most of my measuring was done by just lining things up and not so much with the ruler. So, and did I get my spine crooked? It's a little wonky, but I can't go back and take it off now because it's firmly attached. So what? Ooh, that was upside down. Oh well. But we'll make this work. You're gonna see how great it's gonna turn out. So if you enjoyed what I've shared with you today, give me a thumbs up. Hit that bell notification. Tuesdays and Thursdays are our journaling days. We have our jewel tone junk journal. We will be working on an interactive junk journal. Saturdays is whatever. However, coming up, Nikki had to go to, he had the stress test and found out that he had a blockage. So he went in to have an angioplast and probably a stent put in. They could not do it because the blockage is so bad. So we have an appointment on September 4th with a cardiac surgeon for a triple bypass. So just keep him in your prayers, and there may be times where you won't see videos up, but it's because I will be with him, because it says it's a 4 to 6 week recovery period, and during that time I'll be staying with him at the condo, taking care of him. So if I don't get enough videos in the queue, then there'll be some time without some. Please, bear with me. Remember him in your prayers. And until next time, bye guys.